it's Gaz, and welcome back to another Warframe video. So you guys keep telling me to use the Slam Wukong build, and here we are today with the Slam Wukong build video for the Banana Slam setup. With the build today, we'll be showing how to destroy Steel Path enemies extremely quickly, and destroy a lot of them extremely quickly, while also being extremely safe, and just play on Wukong and Slam Attack build, basically. So let's get right into it. But before we do, make sure you sub this channel. We do daily Warframe video uploads, everything from build videos, news videos, discussion videos, and the like. You're in the right place for Warframe content. Thanks for all the support in the recent videos as well. Alright, so let's get right into what we're talking about today. This is going to be a build that is very popular in the Chinese region for Warframe, apparently. But I hardly ever see anyone use this in NA, so let's go ahead and show how you can utilize this. And yeah, you can actually get more damage out of this than you currently see, but 25 million damage is enough to kill everything in the game, basically. 77 million damage enough to kill everything in the game, so yeah. This is enough damage for sure, but we're going to show all these things we're using and how you can actually pretty much replicate this one-to-one, besides maybe the God Roll Ribbon I'm utilizing here. So, yeah, the idea of today's build is me using these heavy slam attacks from the weapons like the Magistar or the Archon Shards or the Sampotes for big AoE heavy slams, and we're using Wukong's second ability, Cloudform, to use these heavy attacks quicker than usual. The way that it usually goes is that you have to, do a heavy slam, finish the animation, jump up, do another one. But with Wukong's Cloudwalker, it actually alleviates most of the animation. So you can just do these back to back to back. And with weapons like the Magistar Incarnon, our slam attack radius is so massive, we can just pretty much kill the entire area. So let's get right into how you can use this stuff and also how it works in the Simulacrum. And yeah, over 100 kills per minute with this build on a survival. Now, going over what we have right now, I'm going to be using the Zata's Whisper ability from Zaku. And if you watched my Belly of the Beast meta video, you might know why. It's basically because it gives you an extra hit of damage, which is quite nice with a powerful weapon like a Slam Attack. So, just showing how it normally works, we jump up, we do a Slam Attack, and they're all dead. But the way you do another Slam Attack normally is you do, jump, slam, jump, slam. With Wukong Cloud, it's Cloud, Slam, Cloud, Slam. So you can do it a lot quicker with the Wukong Cloud than you normally would be able to do this because of how fast that Cloud Walker is. Now we're going to show you how you can do this very, very easily and back to back to back the entire mission long. And I will have a video going over this for level 10,000 pretty soon, guys. I'm actually looking to do a 4 Wukong level 10,000 run pretty soon, so keep an eye out for that. It is a pretty big radius too, to be honest. That was an entire group of heavy gunners just instantly annihilated, so let's go over all the things we're utilizing today, starting from the top. Alright, so before we even go into the mods, as far as Wukong Prime's Archon Shards, we've got 4 Tau Forged Violet Archon Shards for melee critical damage. This bonus is only applied if you have a over 500 maximum energy pool on your frame. So we got Prime Flow on here to do that. We got 4 of those, so we got a bunch of extra crit damage. If you look at my Magistar, I got an 18.4 multiplier, so not too shabby. So we only have 4 of those as shards. What's the 5th one? It's a casting speed shard to get into your cloud faster, so you can go do those back-to-back melee slams quicker, because casting speed does actually affect Cloudwalker. It's kind of hard to notice, but it actually does if you test it. So I chose to use this shard to get back into that Cloudwalker faster. And since we got Zata's Whisper, it does help you. You could honestly probably one-shot an Archon with this build, or a Lich or something like that. But I haven't really been messing with it. Maybe I'll mess with that later. Zata's Whisper lets you bypass damage attenuation a lot of the time. But yeah, Nura should be fine. Aurora be fine. Eclipse will probably even be fine. I just got Zata's on here because I know it's great with slam attacks. Now, as far as our build right here, we've got a kind of a weird build, but I can explain how all this stuff works. And also, yeah, a lot of it's flexible, so you don't need brief respite, you don't need rolling guard, you probably don't even need prime continuity, honestly. And you can even go with maybe normal flow in the end to get, yeah, actually no, it's not, never mind. You need prime flow. I was excited there for a second, but never mind. Okay, but as far as all the mods on here, and why I'm running them, this is going to be a build I'm using at level 10,000, that's why rolling guard and brief respite are on here. But yeah, you got Nira's Hatred, increasing your health and duration, but that actually doesn't even matter because we're only here for this slam attack damage increase. Increases damage from heavy slams by 200%. That's the set bonus. We have another one right here, Nira's Anguish, making that 200%. Usually 100% per, and I think that's the only Nira mod. I think the last one's for some other weird weapon. Yeah. So Nira's Anguish and Nira's Hatred definitely want on this on the build. Prime Sure-Footed if you have it, not get knocked over, but not really as needed because we're usually in Cloudwalker form. Precision Intensify because we don't need any power string with anything else besides Zata's Whisper. Makes that Zata's Whisper damage bonus go up quite a bit. Prime Flow because you need it on this build. Equilibrium because whenever you pick up an orb, you'll get your energy back. And with this build, you got Fleeting Expertise, making it where Cloudwalker costs literally 10 energy. You could make the cost go down a little bit more with another efficiency mod. Maybe if you weren't doing level 10,000, you could take off Rolling Guard or something like that. Or maybe even take off Prime Continuity. But yeah, we got a 10 energy cost Cloudwalker. And it's good that it's that low of a cost because we're using it quite a bit. Slam Cloudwalker, Clam Cloudwalker. Basically think of it, if you don't get 10 energy back per Cloudwalker kill, that you're going to have a problem potentially. But yeah, that's what I got on there. Quite nice in my opinion. As far as the rest of the stuff on here, continuity to make the Cloudwalker last longer. You really don't need this because you're doing such back-to-back, such fast back-to-back Cloudwalkers. You could definitely take that off for something else because it's just going to go down to like 1.1 seconds with negative duration. That's honestly kind of fine. But yeah, for me, I'm going to put the duration back on there just for a little bit longer Cloudwalker and also longer Zata's Whisper as well. As far as our Arcanes on here, Arcane Strike, this does reduce melee wind-up, or not wind-up time, what's the word for it? Like recovery time from heavy slams. Not that big of a deal, but I got it on here. We don't need Energize, we don't need anything like that, so I threw it on here. You can definitely take this off for something else if you want to. Arcane Fury, increase melee damage by 180% after you get a crit. So that's pretty good, and we're going to be having that constantly proc, basically. As far as other mods you could change out on here, you could definitely change it up. You could put on Steel Charge if you wanted to. You could put on Enemy Radar to find more enemies, technically. You could put on Growing Power to proc more Zata's Whisper stuff. Really up to you, but since I'm going to be doing level 10,000, I want Rolling Guard and Refresh on here just in case I have to like itch my nose or something like that. As I stated to you guys, you don't need to run Zata's Whisper on this. You could run things like Eclipse might be okay. You could run Nourish. Nourish would be great with Equilibrium to get your constant energy back for because Energy Nexus does work in Cloudwalker, so you could try that out. Because yeah, we have overkill on damage for sure. So I would recommend that you try out some other helmets if you want to be goofing around with that. As far as the weapons we have equipped in our frame, we have the magnetic Tenet Cycron, and this will be used to debuff enemies for things like overguard debuffs and health debuffs with viral. Yes, we got viral and magnetic on here, and it's actually a DPS weapon too a little bit. So viral and magnetic. Viral debuffs their health, magnetic debuffs their overguard. They're going to die in one hit anyway, but might as well just give them a little bit of a debuff. He actually does debuff their armor too, so they're quite debuffed with this gun. That'll be used by our Wukong minion, our little shadow clone thing. Not needed at all. If you don't have a Riven, just put on Lethal Torrent instead, because my Riven's just a better version of Lethal Torrent pretty much. And it's pretty similar, so yeah, moving on to the Magistar itself. This is the Magistar Normal, okay? The Magistar Incarnon is quite nice because of the increases in perks it gets, but you could use the Sancti Magistar. It does give you a healing and status effect resistance thing when held, but I'm just going to use the Magistar Normal because it has higher stats. Yeah, Magistar, Sancti Magistar is totally fine to do with this. As far as our perks, we've got Edge of Justice. With a melee weapon equipped, increased attack speed, also 100% or 100 base damage increase. We've also got the most important perk on here, Seismic Slam, increasing our slam radius, makes the slam radius huge. The other ones are not as important. And as the last one, Critical Parallel, increasing our crit chance and crit damage. The other ones are not anywhere near as good for what we're doing here. Yes, this is basically my Korra stat stick, guys. I've made it a slam build here. If you don't have a God Roll Riven, that's unfortunate. Maybe put like a Bane mod or something there, see how that goes. But yeah, if you don't have a God Roll Riven, you have to find something else to put in that slot. I'd recommend getting a Magistar Riven if you do want to do this. Best stats will be crit stats, melee damage, elementals, that kind of stuff. Heavy efficiency can be fine too, because we are using melee Crescendo. It does take some time to refill your combo multiplier. But yeah, as far as the build on here, we've got Prime Pressure Point, Killing Blow, Blood Rush, a Gas Proc build, which could definitely be changed to any elements you feel like Corrosive would be fine, but I like to run Gas Proc build. Seismic Wave for more melee slam damage, very similar multiplier to that Nira mod set. And then we got Prime Fever Strike to make that gas damage. You don't need gas damage. Like, look at our stat chance is very low, so you can go with whatever you want here. Even Pure Toxin will be fine. And then you got Glider Might for more crit damage and some crit chance as our multiplier goes up. Funny enough, Dispatch Override's also really fun on this build to make it where you get increased movement speed in your Cloudform. It does work in your Cloudform because it's a universal movement speed multiplier increase. Now, as far as what should you change out on here, if anything at all, I don't think we have a normal crit damage mod on here, so that could probably be helpful. But yeah, that's gonna be basically where your crit damage mod goes. You don't have a Riven for that, so yeah. I replaced my crit damage mod to the Riven. So if you don't have a Riven, That's probably where you put it. But yeah, as far as things you'd replace that, you could replace Blood Rush, because we're not going to need to get to red crits most of the time. There's plenty of options, guys, but yeah, we're going for a full crit build here. And the reason this is all good stuff is because the more melee damage, the better for one-shot these guys. Let's show this with no melee combo. I'll show you how you can build up melee combo permanently in these missions. So here it is with no combo multiplier. We technically should have replaced a mod on here. But yeah, even with no multiplier, you can get like 2-shot kill on these guys. So not too bad for no multiplier. Now, if you want to stack up your combo with the Perma 12x and just do these back to back to back, how do you utilize this? Well, you got multiple options for melee Crescendo. On finisher kill, gain 6 initial combo for the rest of the mission. You can do melee exposure too if you want a more casual experience, just cast some abilities, get 240% critical corrosive damage. That could actually kill these guys really easily. But we're going to show melee Crescendo for more scaling. So you can have multiple options to do this. You have either the Vazarin focus tree, which will group enemies up with the Void Snare. You have the Arrow mod set, which I don't think Count Kirby can equip that, but yeah. Arrow mod set for a companion will let you put enemies to sleep after you aim glide. Not everyone's going to have that equipped, but yeah. Arrow mod set's one of your other options. And then there's other options like playing Ivar or something like that. I believe also finishers are caused by Cloudwalker, but I would not depend on that at all. So go ahead and show you how this works. Well, actually, let me unequip Verglas, because Verglas likes to cheat here. But yeah, you also want to have Tenacious Bond equipped on your companion too for even more crit damage multiplier. Just going ahead and showing how this works with the Vazarin method, which if you're doing Void Cascade, you should not be doing this method, unless you want your teammates to do all the damage for you. But you just basically go on Vazarin Focus Tree, and you use the second ability. So you just go like this. All the enemies in that group are now able to be finished. And now we have an 8x multiplier. Because of those finisher kills, we got a lot of initial combo. Actually, we have a 5x, it looks like, right now. So let's just see if the Wukong Cloud does that, too. So yeah, Wukong Cloud does seem to work on finishers as well, if you want to do that a different method. But it is a lot slower than just doing the Vazarin stick. The Vazarin is AoE finisher, and then this is... that is pretty much a single target finisher, as far as I'm concerned. So, yeah, guys, that's going to be the basis and the general gist of the Wukong Slam build. It's quite powerful, and of course, there are other weapons too. The Sampotes, the Archititron, gotta be great options too. Melee Influence on this one's great. Sampotes, I gotta buy a ribbon for this still, but yeah, Sampotes has a big AoE, like, slam attack thing, so that could be cool too. So those shockwaves. So that could be some good AoE right there too, so I recommend giving it a shot if you do want to be, you know, trying a different method for running through these high-level missions. It does work Steel Path quite well, but here's the reality of it. People are getting annoyed that people are running this build all the time in the Chinese server. This is not faster than, like, Mirage. Mirage can clear missions faster than this, so I don't see what the big deal is. I guess if everyone was running this build all the time, it might be kind of annoying. But, yeah, I feel like people might be exaggerated because this is... It's good, but it's not, like, the most Omega godly thing ever. At least to me, it's not. If we're talking, like, Exterminate clears and Exterminate speed clears, nah. This is great for spy... Like, this is like a duo thing. You can do Exterminate, spy mission, survivals. This is great for Wukong, but it's not like the end-all, be-all only build, at least to me. And as far, like I said earlier, for other helmets, you could do Roar, you could do Nourish. We're doing so much overkill damage on these guys. We're doing like 20 million damage plus on these like level 150 Steel Path enemies without being fully stacked. We are overkilling them like 10 times over. And you're also overkilling the Acolyte too, so you can definitely mess around with this. You don't need Zata. Zata's going to be one of the best like damage number hits, but as far as like, you know, the biggest, like the most useful, Nourish might be more useful because you can actually get an energy multiplier out of that too. Hope you guys found this video fun, helpful. We'll have some more Slam Wukong videos out later this week probably. If I get a run going tonight with a 4 Wukong squad for this. And yeah, the build would be a little bit different, but we'll see about that. So yeah, come on, stop at the live stream if you haven't already, and we'll be doing some of that stuff in the future. So see you guys next time. Appreciate the support. Take it easy. Bye.